Our top story this half hour, the Billings police chief says officers attempted to end a 9-hour-long standoff at Big Bear peacefully, but the suspect would not surrender. 30-year-old Frank Joey Half Jr. of Crow Agency was killed after exchanging gunfire with police Saturday morning. Authorities say Half lived most recently in Great Falls at a pre-release center. The 8 officers who fired shots are on paid leave today. They're identified as Sergeant Harley Cagle, Sergeant Brandon Woolley, Sergeant Nate West, Officer Steve Swanson, Officer Tanner Buchler, Officer Darren Hayter, Officer Michael Urena, and Officer Ryan Kramer. Walmart employees told police Half was kicked out of the store for trying to steal firearms from Walmart. That's when Half drove across the street to Big Bear and crashed into the front entrance sometime before 3 a.m. Officers responded and engaged in a standoff that lasted throughout the morning. Multiple attempts at negotiations failed, and Half engaged officers in more than one shootout. Half was reportedly wearing body armor at the time. Police believe the last exchange of gunfire resulted in Half's death. We're told there's no evidence of a suicide. Now, Chief Rich St. John says his officers tried to end the standoff without a loss of life, but there was just no way.
Some of his actions were irrational. We know that he showed a propensity to fight and resist. Short of that, I really don't know what his motivation is, but he certainly caused a lot of mayhem, a lot of heartache for a lot of people. In these situations, our officers are victims of violent crime. They are victims here. Somebody used deadly force or threatened to use deadly force, and they were forced to protect themselves or others.
An autopsy was set for this morning at the Montana State Crime Lab. It's unknown if Half was under the influence of any drugs or alcohol.